You're listening to Melissa Gorga on Display with me, Melissa Gorga, on Podcast One.
And now the weather. Expect partly cloudy skies with an excellent chance of maximum refunds. Wait, that can't be right.
Oh, but it is.
Who are you?
I'm April. And we could see refunds raining down all tax season with people switching to TaxAct.
TaxAct?
The tax filing software that makes it easy to file for less and get more.
New forecast. It's sunny days ahead for everyone using TaxAct.
Always happy to brighten your day.
TaxAct.
Switch to TaxAct today and start for free.
See taxact.com for details.
The mystery sale is back at JCPenney. Hurry in store for our coupon giveaway. You could score an extra 30, 40, or even 50% off. That's instant savings on top of already great prices, like tees for the fam starting at $9.99 and Home Expressions bath towels only $4.99. Plus, extended store hours Friday and Saturday. Surprise! Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers good on select styles through 4/16. Exclusions apply. Giveaway in store only while supplies last. Must be 18 or older. See store or jcp.com for details.
And I looked over like 5 seconds later, and there was black smoke and flames were shooting like 3 feet into the air. And I literally almost burned my house down.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Melissa Gorga on Display. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. Have super fun guests coming on, and we'll talk about him in a second. But I think, like, first and foremost, there is no way that I can, like, talk to you guys today without discussing the Real Housewives of New Jersey episode that just aired. I mean, oh my God, talk about bringing it back to like the old school years of like the crazy. I literally had like anxiety watching the episode, and even just living it was kind of crazy. And I don't know. Thank you. First of all, let me just say thank you to so many people who have DM'd me and showed support and just had like their opinion on this episode, because I feel like there's a lot of opinions to be had. I mean, whether you are Team Marge or Team Teresa, or you think Teresa was 100% wrong, or that Marge really antagonized her so much that it made her throw shit everywhere. Let me just explain to you like a quick position that I felt like I was in, because that is my sister-in-law. And, you know, I got you know, I don't need to go on with it. You guys all know like the whole history and everything between Teresa and I, right? But then there's Margaret, who has always been like a great friend to me. So it was so hard for me to watch that and try to decide like what to do, because obviously Teresa was wrong. She 100% should not have thrown everything and said the words that she said. It was aggressive as hell, and we all know that. And I told her that, and I was literally chasing her around the place the whole time, just trying to calm her down and telling her like, stop saying these words you're saying, because she was saying a lot of words that I can't stand, that I don't want to even hear come out of any of my friends or my family members' mouths. So I kept trying to chase her around and telling her to stop, because I knew the cameras were rolling, and I knew that when she watched this back, that she'd probably regret it, and she probably doesn't want people to see her like this or hear her like this. I'm like, where the hell's the namaste Teresa that we used to have? Like, she's gone. Like, I don't know where she went, but this is not her. So it was just a tough spot. Margaret is obviously a great friend to me, and it's just frustrating. I know I even said it like in the episode too, that I feel like I get put into that position a lot, where, you know, Teresa's not getting along with someone that I love or someone that I'm close with. And it's always like a position. But yeah, really, really crazy episode. Living it was crazy. I mean, we had so much fun on the bull. And if you guys didn't see my Instagram post, I had a gash, and I'm not even going to call this a bruise. There was a gash that was pretty deep on my leg for like 2 months, because when you fall off that bull, I don't know if you guys pay attention, but it quickly keeps moving until it stops. Like, it keeps spinning for like another half a round. So if you're anywhere in the vicinity, you're getting knocked out. Like, I don't know how people don't die on that thing. I'm not gonna lie, because the way it spins, it doesn't stop for a minute. So if your head is up at all or your leg is still in the air, it's getting hit. And mine got hit. So not only did it have a gash, but like the bruise that grew around the gash was literally the size of my whole entire like calf. It was insane. It was really horrible. But anyway, I know it was a crazy episode. I hate seeing it, to be honest. I know that I'm sure you guys enjoy watching it, but it's hard. It's so hard to watch and be in the moment there when that happened, because you just don't know what to do. You just want to try to like calm everyone down and like make light of it or put it in the best light possible, or try to like turn it around for these two. And it just doesn't. There's just no way to turn that around. And it's just, you're going to see it carry on right into the reunion. I mean, you have 2 episodes left. We will be in Nashville for the remaining 2 episodes, but it's very hard to turn it around. So it's, to be continued with that. One thing I will say that I was so upset, they didn't end up showing all of Antonia's Sweet 16. And it was such an awesome party. And sometimes I feel like that's the annoying part of reality TV. So it's like all the happy scenes and like the good stuff is like, okay, it's all fun and dandy, but a lot of it hits the cutting room floor because people want drama, but I'm like, no, I think that people want to see the happy moments too. They want to see a little girl that they've known since she's 4 years old, go through a struggle and tearing her ACL and recovering and being happy at the end with her move in the Sweet 16. So, it's rough. It's hard to get everything in 13 episodes. So much gets cut. There was so many scenes this season from all of us actually that got cut. I feel like you don't even see there's no real main storyline for anyone this season. No one is really discussing themselves besides Jackie, who gave us like a really deep story. I feel like it's all just us communicating together and just making a show together, because it was just, I don't know, it's too short. So we all just need to tell Bravo that The Real Housewives of New Jersey is too short and we need it longer. We have so much more shit to say. And I'm sick of shit falling on the cutting room floor. I want to keep watching and seeing it all. I want to see all the girls' things that go on. But anyway, I know that was a crazy episode. I literally hated that day. It was so stressful. The producers actually made Teresa leave the house. I think it seems like she just left. But they definitely were did not want the 2 girls to be sleeping in the same house together for safety reasons, obviously, which I think is a good call on Bravo's part. But it's one of those things where it's shocking. And, I've been reading all your comments and seeing what you guys are saying. And I do appreciate you guys noticing that I did leave with Teresa and family, as much as it's maybe not the right thing to do all the time, just because, Margaret's my good girlfriend and she truly didn't deserve that to be said to her or for that to happen to her. But at the end of the day, yes, Joe sticks with his family and so do I. So it does get rough and we get torn. But I do believe what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I probably shouldn't always leave. I need to start creating boundaries with that and opening my eyes a little bit when it comes to stuff like that. And I think that comes with time. I think I'm starting to learn that as I get older. But anyway, moving on, because that's just like a dark episode and I don't really have a lot of happiness to say. And I want to shed happiness and love and light on this Thursday. Okay. I had to share this with you guys because I actually like it. And I do love to get your interaction. I love to know what you guys think. And the best part is you guys truly do DM me all of these answers. So here, I have another question for you. I think you're going to like this one. So I had one in my DMs and they always, comment about the podcast. Somebody suggested to me that I should call all of my listeners the Melisseners because, okay, and just hear me out on this because I said this before and Antonia completely made fun of me and ran up the stairs and told me I'm crazy. But I'm just saying, Justin Bieber has Believers, right? Taylor Swift has the Swifties. Gaga has the Little Monsters. I mean, so a fan of the podcast reached out to me and said a great title for the fans would be the Melisseners. I mean, come on. What do you think? I think it's awesome. Antonia thinks I'm crazy because obviously I'm nowhere near Justin or Taylor or Gaga, but who gives a shit? I could still have Melisseners. Okay, so I decided that I really like this word Melisseners, and I want to see if you guys think it's completely ridiculous or if it's cute, because I kind of think it's cute. Antonia does not, but who cares what she says, right? So let me know what you guys think. I would love to just, talk to you guys as in your, I would love to speak to you all as if you're the listeners, because I just think that's so cute. All joking aside, like seriously, I'm like looking for your advice on this one. So let me know. And whoever you are that came up with that, I loved it. So thank you. And speaking of advice, I have a guest on today that has made quite a career giving his own advice. You definitely know him from the hit TV show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And I like to call him the OG of the QE, Mr. Carson Kressley.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for the OG from the QE. When people started calling me the OG, I was like, what does that even, I was like, is that the old gay? But then I heard it was original gangster. So
it's the original gangster. It's badass. It's like the GOAT.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
How are you? You look wonderful. First of all, let me just ask you, the first question is, where in the world is Carson right now? Are you in New York City? Are you at your horse farm? Like, where are you at?
I am in my apartment in New York, and you will be able to tell because every 5 seconds, there'll be like a fire truck or an ambulance or like some kind of siren. I live in a very siren-y neighborhood, like in Midtown. So bear with it. But yeah, I'm home in New York.
Got it. Well, it looks like a beautiful apartment. Very spacious for New York City.
Thank you. I decorated it myself mostly. And it has a lot of stuff in it.
Gorgeous. Wait a second. And there's a horse farm somewhere in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I have about time flies. I think it was about 8 years ago. My family has always had a farm in Pennsylvania. My sister has a big horse farm there, and then there was like a house next to it that came up for sale. Actually, like 15 years ago, and I went to look at it, and I just bought this apartment in the city. And I was like, absolutely not. I cannot afford to have two houses. That's insane. And I didn't buy it, and I regretted it. And I tell people all the time, like, if there's something that you're absolutely in love with, get it, and you'll figure a way out to make it work. But I didn't. And then it came for sale again, like maybe 7 years ago. And then this time I was like, I'm getting it. And again, I was terrified about having like two, mortgages and all that. And then you just figure out a way to make it work, and you reprioritize. And now I just buy less shoes, and it's fine.
Okay. It's so worth it, though. I mean, a horse farm, do you ride? Do you just look at them all day? Like, what goes on over there?
No, I ride. I've been riding since I was a kid, and I've been on the World Cup team for the United States. And it's kind of a side of me that not a lot of people know. And they're always like, what? I'm so surprised because they think of me as like a city guy, but I'm really a horse person, and I just got back from a horse show in Tampa. And
nice.
Yeah, I love it. It's my passion.
I love it. So you are a city boy in all of our eyes, but you have a little country, and there's a little country bumpkin in there that likes to be in the wilderness.
There is. Yeah, I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
I love that. I mean, how you're back. Obviously, you're back in New York City. You have to talk to me for a second about this Celebrity Big Brother, because first of all, I just think the whole show in itself is crazy because they take everything from you, correct? Your phone, your life, your soul, everything.
Yeah, that's essentially it. You got it. Yeah.
How could you live that way? Like, are you not one of those people who need to check in and see what's going on? And like,
absolutely, I am. I'm addicted to my phone. And before, basically, like they asked me in December, and you know how it is working in like reality TV. Like you never know, like if you're gonna like have another season or what's gonna happen. And the pandemic was like spiking again. I was like, I better take this job just in case like we don't film anything for the rest of the year.
Right. And
I like to work. And I had the month of January off, and I was like, oh, I'll do this. How bad could it be? Let me tell you. You have to quarantine for a week before you go into the house. And then the night before you go in, they take your phone and your computer and everything you have. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is getting really real. And that first night I was dying without my phone because I will check my phone in the middle of the night. If I get up to pee, I'll like look and see if I have a text message. Like I'm just addicted. So I knew that was going to be hard, but honestly, after about 2 or 3 days, you kind of forget about it. And the first couple of days in the house, I'm just like, oh my God, what have I done? And then also like you get like Stockholm syndrome where you start to like get into it and you start to like it.
And you start to get like, you know what, this is better for my life. I'm focused. I'm thinking. I'm not checking on people. I'm not worrying about other things.
Right. You're very just invested in the game, which I thought I never would be, because I'm just like, it's a TV show. Who cares? I'm not going to be that like, not going to be a terrible person and be a backstabber and get really into it. But I got kind of into it. And I'm a competitive person. So I wanted to win. Like a lot of it are these like crazy challenges. And what I didn't do, I didn't watch a bunch of seasons to prepare. I watched like 3 episodes of a celebrity season from like 2 years ago. And everyone was like really nice and it looked like it was fun. And I was like, oh, this is going to be fine. Stuff doesn't get real until like, at the first week and a half. And then they start sending people home and conniving and lying and backstabbing. So it got pretty crazy.
Guys, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and we all know what every mother likes, some nice, classy jewelry. I mean, I know Donna Marco does. So let me tell you about Ana Luisa Jewelry. Ana Luisa specializes in crafting high-quality jewelry at very affordable prices. They carry necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and all sorts of items that you can wear to jewel up your look, whatever the occasion may be. Their items are extremely unique and will leave you feeling elegant and at your finest. Plus, Ana Luisa cares about the planet. Their jewelry is carbon neutral and delivered in carbon neutral packaging. You don't have to worry about where it came from. You'll be glitzed out and guilt-free. If you're looking to get something for your mother this year, check out Ana Luisa. They have this Sam necklace that I absolutely love. It's subtle and classy, and I think it's perfect with their Stephanie ring. This ring has a classic look that anyone will love. Just go to shop.analuisa.com/Melissa and make Mom's day by treating her to new jewelry pieces with Ana Luisa. They've got this buy one, get one 40% off sale going on right now. One piece for her and one piece for you. That's shop.analuisa.com/Melissa. That's shop.analuisa.com/Melissa. I think we've all tried bras that just don't feel right. Traditional bras usually have cup gaps or are stuffed with some like unnatural padding because industry standards were designed for a 36C. The fit is one of the most important things about the bra, but how often do we have to just settle for something that just works? Bra shopping always seems like trying to make the best of a worst case scenario. And I know many friends that are smaller chested and have pretty much given up their hopes on finding something that feels 100% tailored to them. That's why I'm here to tell you about Pepper Bras. Pepper Bras are specially designed for AA to B cups. Their mission is to inspire women to embrace the flat in flattering bras that celebrate your body exactly as it is. No more cup gaps or unnatural padding to make you look like you're 2 sizes bigger. Pepper has over 11,000 5-star ratings. Women love Pepper, and for many of them, this is just the first bra in their life that actually fits. You can try Pepper risk-free with free U.S. shipping and returns on orders over $99. Get 20% off your first order when you go to wearpepper.com/display. That's WearPepper.com/display to get 20% off your first order. That's WearPepper.com/display. Terms apply. Available at wearpepper.com/terms. Isn't it crazy that reality TV always has to include a little conniving, backstabbing drama? Like it just like, why doesn't anyone want to watch just like some clean fun? They really just don't, right?
No, I know there have been networks in the past that have tried to do like, very positive programming and everything's going to be lovely. And I don't think that works. And people need to have conflict.
It fails. Well, I know that you were pretty much like a fan favorite. You really were. Everyone loves you. You're just a loved guy. You really are. You're a great guy. It's something about your voice. I don't know. You just got that thing, right? You do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I mean, I feel like you were a fan favorite, but you did come out of the house a little bit on the early side. Why do you think that was?
I think that was because, well, actually, I thought I made it further than I would. And I was a fan favorite because I think when I got there, I was like, listen, I don't need to like win this so badly that I will be a jerk on television and like ruin my brand and not play with integrity. So I stuck with that the entire time. And sometimes it bit me in the ass, literally. And then other times it worked out really well. But I just kind of maintained that same thing. Like, I'm just going to play this with honesty and integrity. And wherever it gets me, it gets me. Right. It did not get me to the winner's circle, but it got me America's favorite house guest. I made some great friends. I had a good time. And I didn't do anything that here's my motto. My mom, who is 84 years old, watches all my TV shows. So I don't do anything that I think she would disapprove of or would be embarrassing. Or she would say, now, why on earth did you do that? I mean, that's not very nice. So I kept that in the back of my mind as well. And that kept me on the straight and narrow, so to speak.
See, I like that. You know, I kind of keep my daughter, to be honest, in mind when I'm filming on Housewives. A lot of the time I'm like, how much can the kids take? Like, what will they think is funny and what will they not be able to go to school with the next day? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I totally get that because I feel like I do that in my own mind with a lot of conversations. You know, when I really want to like go crazy on someone, I'm like, no, you know,
right.
You have to, Antonia's watching, you have to show her how to handle a situation like this when someone comes for you, like you take the high road. And so I do think about that all the time when I film as well. So I totally get that. They didn't pamper you guys then. So like you guys are celebrities, right? There was zero pampering going on in this house.
Basically you get there and, you know, they taken away your phone, your computer, you don't have any music, no television, no pen, no paper.
Wow.
And I love to like, you know, get my thoughts out on paper and make lists and write things down. So that drove me crazy. And they really just want you to have nothing to do. So all you do is interact and or possibly fight or scheme or do whatever.
Right.
So yeah, there's no amenities. It's a cute house. You have cute little beds. There's one bathroom, which you clean yourselves, you know, and like, that's also part of the, recipe.
Wait,
I think
one bathroom for all of you to share? One bathroom?
Yeah, there were 2 shower stalls and 1 toilet and I think 2 sinks.
Jesus. So like when one walks out and they really have to go to the bathroom and then the other one walks in, that's like weird.
Right.
It's like uncomfortable, no?
Yeah, but I think it's designed that way. So there will be some conflicts like, oh my gosh, someone used my shampoo. Right. No one cleaned the shower. It was like, you know, like college, like when you have roommates who ate my food, that stuff. And we had to cook everything, like all our own meals. They were really good about giving us beautiful food from Whole Foods. Like if we asked for like, you know, if you wanted to make roast beef, you got like a beautiful, like expensive steak and here come all the sirens on cue. But it was not luxurious by any means. And again, I think that's by design. You're supposed to be a little bit on edge and uncomfortable because that makes you, you know, probably more grumpy.
Irritated, cranky, grumpy. I feel like, I feel like they put us in holding all the time. Like we sit there with hair and makeup on and don't let us into the party. They get us there at 7, right? And you'll sit out in your car till 8:45 and you'll watch and you're like, let me in. And then you go in like on a rampage, you know?
Totally.
It's totally what happens. Well, at least they fed you guys good. Is there anything that you feel like you learned about yourself without your phone that long and in this situation? Anything that like was surprising to you to find out about yourself?
I think just the overall thing is anytime I do any kind of like crazy reality show that's not in my wheelhouse, you just realize that, you know, just being yourself is the thing to do and like stick to your authentic personality and who you are. And that's always going to serve you well. So I don't know that I learned that, but that was reinforced, certainly. I did realize that, you know, we are too connected maybe and too into our phones and too attached to our electronics and media and social media, and that you can take a little break, and it's okay to turn your phone off when you go to bed, or if you want to like disconnect from social media for a couple days. I was like, oh, I have to post every day. I have to be on Instagram. And since then, I don't post every day. And I've kind of like been like, if I have something to say, I will say it. But if I don't feel compelled to be on social media.
Right.
Yeah.
The pressure to get the pic and to just be engaged is too much sometimes.
Totally.
I really think it is. All right. Let me just ask you, who did you not like in this house? Who was your least favorite? I need to know.
Oh gosh.
Come on. There's got to be someone you were like, it's not my vibe. Not that you hate. You're
right.
not for me. I don't vibe with you. You're not for me. I'm not for you. That's it.
Right. Yeah. And that's a great way to put it. Like there's certain people that, when they walk in, you just connect. Like I was the first person in the house, and the second person who walked in was Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay. I know Cynthia. I just did the Real Housewives girls trip with her.
Did you? And I just loved her right away. She has like did you feel the same way? Like she has like really positive energy, and was a nice person.
For me, she was probably on our girls trip, which we did the mashup of all the different housewives together on an island.
Yes.
I love her personally. Like I've always loved her. We have mutual friends. She was the one who I would say surprised me the most in our situation. And then as I watched the show, I realized why. She was having a little issues with who she came with, Kenya, right? And she was feeling insecure at times. And I knew something was off with her because I know her to be this positive light. And, she was a little cranky a lot throughout our trip. And I couldn't ever, I was like, this is not who I thought she would be. And then as I watched the show back, I said, oh, now I understand. She was insulted a lot with her connection with her Atlanta girl, with Kenya. And she was feeling almost like a little insecure at times. So now I get it, but you connected with her right away.
Yeah, I did. We had a good vibe. And maybe it's like, a little bit could also be like, it's when you're like I compare these like weird situations, like when you're like first day at a new junior high. And like someone walks in, you're like, oh my God, let's be friends. And like, you just vibe right away. That was my person with Cynthia.
Okay.
And I was lucky because I knew a lot of people in the house because I've been doing TV for, 20 years. So I had worked with probably 50% of the people on the cast already.
Right.
But probably the person that I vibed with the least was Misha Tate. And she is I didn't know her when she came in, but she had very large shoulders. And I was like, you must be like a lady wrestler or something. And I actually said, are you a lady wrestler? And I don't know if that's offensive, but she was like, no.
Wait, what is she?
She's an MMA fighter.
Oh, an MMA fighter. Well, that's not that far off, a fighter, a wrestler.
No, exactly. And she's very, very accomplished. She's a very big deal in that world. And but she's very like structured and athletic, and like would only eat like egg whites and worked out all the time. And she had like a grappling dummy, which was like a fake person that she would wrestle around with.
Oh my God.
And I
could see you just being like, wow.
I was like, what is going on? It was.
I could see you not vibing that way. That doesn't really seem like your thing. So I get it.
I respected her, and she was really, really good at the game, and she was very athletic. And the thing that I think that I didn't know about Big Brother, especially the celebrity version, you think, well, they're going to tone it down because we're celebrities. They'll make it a little easier. It's only, 30 days. Whereas like in the real season, which starts this summer on CBS, the people are in the house for like 100 days.
Oof.
Can you imagine?
No. Like, is it crazy that's at the one show? Like, I don't mind. I don't want to be invited to. I don't think I can mentally handle it, especially having the 3 kids, not knowing what they're doing, where they are,
Right.
having Joe Gorga just running the streets without me knowing what's happening in the world.
I'll watch Joe for you.
I'm going to have you I'm going to send him to your house for the week. And,
Yes,
you can pay attention and watch what he does all week long.
I'll make him some nice Italian food. He'll be fine.
He would love that.
You would actually be really good on the show because you're like, I know you're a hard worker and you're very focused and you're also extremely authentic. However,
Thank you.
It's not that fun. Like when you're in there.
I hear you. I believe you. I have zero desire. I really do. Like, I think that would be, if I do that, it's because they offered me something really amazing. Because I am like, I don't know.
Have you done Dancing with the Stars?
No, I've been approached and we've discussed it. It's been definitely a discussion.
You would love it.
I know I would. And first of all, I'm a dancer. I love to dance. I love to sing. Like, that's my thing since I'm a young girl. It has been a discussion. Joe has a very big problem with Dancing with the Stars. And it's the fact that when they approached me very early on in my career, when Joe was still trying to just get to a point that I was no longer just the girl at home housewife, real housewife. I was now on TV and magazine covers and all of these things were happening. So he was already trying to digest that in life. So for me to just say, by the way, I'm going to dance with a really hot guy 6 days a week. And when you watch us live on TV, we're going to hold hands and cuddle and hope that we win. He would literally fall over and die. I mean, I can't kill the poor guy. He would lose his shit. So to be honest, that is something that I kind of went to the right and I swayed away from for my family because I knew that wasn't going to be a good fit for me.
Right.
Although now, is this weird? Because that was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Like now I'm like, I don't know. I think I would have to tell him like, man up. We're going to do this. Like you could come watch me rehearse, like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'd never thought of that scenario that husbands would be jealous because it is extremely intimate. There are dances where like, I was like, wait, you're putting your leg where? Right.
But not even that. You know what kills Joe the most when he watches it? At the end, when they're standing there like a little couple and they're being judged and they're holding each other's hands and they're looking in each other's eyes and they're like, and I'm like, whoa, my husband would die. He would jump out of the audience, literally, walk on up, separate us and say, let's go home. This is ridiculous. We need to like check on the kids and make dinner. Like that's what Joe would do.
Which is lovely also. But yeah, you could actually, what if you got a gay dancer, a gay man dancer?
Right. I suggested that. I said to him not that long ago, I will make sure I am paired up with a gay man who has absolutely no interest in me. And and you'll never have anything to fear because we don't want each other, Right.
I think that's why, girls love coming to gay bars and stuff and going out with doing a girls' night at the club because they know they're not going to like really get hit on and it's going to just be good, fun.
Right. They can get messy and not worry about the guy like thinking they're messy because we like to be messy, right? No one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you've got bills due. Good thing there's Chime. Now you get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. That's up to 2 more days to save, pay bills, and generally just feel good about your money situation. Trust me, as a mom who runs a business and looks after her family, there's nothing better than getting money you earned early. But Chime is more than just about getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. So what are you waiting for? Hopefully not your paycheck. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/Melissa. That's chime.com/Melissa. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bank Corp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on the payer. Meal prepping is difficult. ButcherBox makes it easy. ButcherBox is a subscription service that takes away the hassle of finding high-quality meat. ButcherBox gets their meat from partners with the highest standards for quality. No more searching the grocery store for 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, or wild-caught seafood. Every decision they make is made holistically. They keep everyone in mind, from their farmer, the planet, the animal, right to your family. I recently received my ButcherBox in the mail, and I cannot tell you how much of a hit it was with this family. Their free-range organic chicken really helped bring out the flavor in our chicken parmesan dish, and the ground beef made an incredible meat sauce for our Sunday spaghetti. Every month, ButcherBox ships a curated selection of high-quality meat right to your home, and there's free shipping for the continental U.S. There are no antibiotics or added hormones, and each box contains between 8 to 14 pounds of meat. That's enough for 24 individual meals. This is your chance to never have to shop for ground beef again. That's right. ButcherBox is giving new members free ground beef for life. Sign up at butcherbox.com/Gorga and get 2 pounds of ground beef free in every order for the life of your membership. Log on to butcherbox.com/Gorga. Make sure you claim this deal. I mean, you're quite, let's just say right now, though, you are quite the reality TV contestant. I mean, you've done Celebrity Jeopardy, Dancing with the Stars, Celebrity Apprentice, The Chase, like just to name a few. RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, you've been doing that for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like you have mastered the reality TV world of contestants and judging. Like, how did you do this?
You know, it was, I don't know. It's all just happened. And I think that why it happens is I just say yes a lot. And sometimes it's a mistake. And then most of the times it works out. And for example, I did a show called Skin Wars. And I was like, at first I thought it was skin warts. And I was like, is this about dermatology? This sounds terrible.
Like Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yeah, exactly. Blah. It was called Skin Wars, and it was actually a really great show. And it was about body painting. And they would have models or whatever be like, oh, we're going to take you to the grocery store, and you're going to stand next to a wall of Del Monte canned fruits and vegetables. And we're going to paint your body to look like the shelves, and you're going to blend in and people won't even be able to see you. That takes a long time. So when you're the guest judge that day,
you're waiting for that all to happen.
Hours and hours and hours. But one of the co-hosts of the show was Rebecca Romaine and RuPaul. And he said, why haven't you done my show? I was like, I don't know. I don't think anybody's asked me. He's like, well, I want you to do it. I was like, I would love to. And a couple of days later, he called me. I still have the voicemail on my phone. And that was 8 years ago. Wow. And it was the perfect example of a job that some people would have said, like, why are you going to judge body painting? That doesn't sound like it's in your wheelhouse. But it was fun. It was a paycheck. It's a job.
You're working.
It led to something very, very long-lasting and very rewarding. So,
and that's a big thing, I think, in our business, right? So it's fair to say that I have been to events that I was like, oh, you know, I really don't feel like going to that event. I don't feel like doing my hair and makeup. It's not a big enough event for me to go to tonight.
Right.
Like, I'd rather stay home with there's been events that I really haven't wanted to do that either my assistants or my agents, whoever you should go. And something always comes from it. There's someone at the event. There's a contact that you make, right? There is something about being in this business is huge with networking, right? Because you never know who's there, who you're going to meet. Just for say, the guy who owns Steve Madden is sitting next to me. Hey, do you want to curate a line together? This is how this business goes. So when people say like you're out of the home a lot or you're doing things a lot, it's because every opportunity comes from that time you left that house and put your hair and makeup on and threw the heel on and went out when you didn't really want to go, but you made that contact, right? Is that like fair to say? So in this business, we have to get out a lot. We really do.
Yeah, I think it's, every job has the thing that you have to do that you're just like, that's not my favorite part of it, but it's very important to the recipe for success. So mine has been saying yes a lot. And yeah, just being open to it. Like Big Brother, like I probably shouldn't have, but it wound up being rewarding. It was a good experience in the long run.
Right.
When you're on network TV, like, 5 nights a week for a month, it's helpful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it worked.
It's a huge opportunity, but real quick, you have to tell me what RuPaul is like, because I have never met him. Like, I need to know I need to know everything. Please tell me.
Okay. I'm going to give you, I would say that he is like an enlightened master. I don't know what that term is from, like from religion or whatever, but he's just very, very, very wise and gets life and gets people. And that, I think, is why
he's so successful.
The show does so well, because it's an Oprah-like quality. I did the Oprah Winfrey Show like 17 times. They are very similar in that when you're with them, you're in the presence of someone who is just very enlightened in some way, that just knows everything.
Like a Tyler Perry too, right? I feel like that's that vibe.
Yeah, or I'm trying to think of other people I've been with, but you just know that they have gained so much wisdom during their time on Earth, and maybe they're just like, have some extra wisdom from like another life. Who knows? But
wow, it's almost like magical. It's like you just feel like he's that magical. Wow.
Very. And he's very funny and has a great sensibility, and we love hanging out, and we have the best time on set. And it's just a joy to work on that show.
Is he a lot of fun? Is he someone who would like go have a drink after and hang out? Is it?
No. He will be the first to tell you that he's an introverted extrovert, and he's fantastic, when we're working. And we have hung out, and he's come over to my house for dinner with his husband, and just lovely. But he's not like a wildly social person.
Got it. Okay. Well, you're also, by the way, you're going to judge on the Food Network Barbecue Brawl. Wait, what is this? Tell me all about Barbecue Brawl.
Well, it's another one of those things, I think, that came from doing something else. Bobby Flay is a friend of mine. He's fantastic. He's so talented. And everything he ever makes, I mean, I've been over to his house for like pizza in his pizza oven, and like it comes out and you're just like, what? You just made this? Like everything is spectacular.
Insane.
And he has a show called Beat Bobby Flay. And I guest hosted that a couple times. And then that led to, we're doing this barbecue show. Would you be like a host/judge? And I was like, I'm not a food expert, but I've been eating since I was a baby. So I think I could do it. And
you can judge anything, Carson. I feel like I want to hear your opinion on any show that needs a judge, or they're doing something wrong if you're not the judge.
Thank you. Well, yeah, so now we're on our 3rd season, and it comes out in May on the Food Network. And it's perfect timing because it's like the beginning of summer. You're thinking about like barbecuing and being outside. And I learned so much. And I like watching these shows, even if I just make one thing. Like I'm not that into like everything, but I'll try 1 or 2 things. I did get inspired to barbecue after I did the show. And I would always make chicken breasts. And they're like, no, chicken breasts are going to be too dry. There's no fat. You should make chicken thighs. So I was like at the grocery store. It was like Memorial Day weekend. And when you walk into like Wegmans or someplace, they have like the cooler full of the things that you should have for Memorial Day.
Right.
And I had a tray of like a dozen chicken thighs. I was like, I'm going to make these and make barbecue chicken instead of just burgers and hot dogs. I put them on the grill, which is under my patio, which has a roof. And I like went to the pool at my house at the farm, and I looked over like 5 seconds later, and
everything
was
up in
black
flames.
Smoke, and flames were shooting like 3 feet into the air. The roof of my patio was black. I didn't take the skin off, and I put a dozen thighs on there, and all that fat renders and basically turns into like explosive like flame starter. And I literally almost burned my house down.
Wow.
I don't know. I ran and the whole grill was inflamed, and I ran and I turned the gas off because I thought that's going to blow up. And then eventually the flames died down, but be very careful with chicken thighs.
Very good lesson. See, you're used to cooking like non-fatty meat. That's the problem. Now you've learned to cook the little bit more tasty fatty meat. That's
Exactly. Exactly. A
All
little
right,
bit of fat is really good.
A little bit of fat does go a long way. Joe always wants the fatty piece of meat. So anyway, jumping over to Housewives, I need to talk to you for a second. Have you been watching any Housewives? Do you watch the Jersey Girls? Do you have any opinions on our show this season? What are your thoughts?
I haven't seen the new season because I was, held up in the Big Brother house. But
Right. Okay.
I do. Doesn't Teresa have like a new love interest?
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She does. But you're gonna have to catch up and watch before you can really say or comment on your true feelings. I mean, I will tell you this, the men of the Real Housewives of New Jersey have kind of like taken over. They have their own storylines, they have their own situations. I mean, do you like when the men get involved, or you feel like, all right, it's too much?
No, I like it because the men of New Jersey are the hottest ones.
Yes, I agree.
Quite
especially
honestly.
that Joe guy. So cute.
He's my favorite. So cute. I can't stand it. But yeah, I feel like the other franchises, they don't highlight the guys as much.
No, they don't, because you know what? Our guys have big personalities. They really do. And our show is more family driven. We have the kids, we have the husbands. I think we're a little bit more family driven as well.
I agree.
Also, a little bird told me that you might have a very funny story about Danielle Stubb.
Oh, is she still on the show, by the way?
No, she has not been on the show for at least 5 years.
For a long time. Well,
Yes.
she scares me, first of all. I feel like she could have me murdered. And I've done like several events with her.
Have you?
Yeah, like, you know how it is, like when you're like a reality person and you live in and around New York City, like there's a lot of different charity things that you do, and they're wonderful and the organizers are fantastic. But sometimes you get paired with somebody. I'm just like, I don't really vibe with her.
Carson, I love you. If you could see her Instagram lately, she does these things where she actually watches our seasons now that she's not involved in, and she kind of critiques
Just like a
them.
commentary.
Oh yeah, but it's dramatic and it's really something. So I would still say she's probably not your vibe even now.
Yeah, there was also, wasn't there something? There was like an ABC special. It was like a big thing, like a
Erica Jane. Yes.
Yeah, and she was the person that was like the expert commentator, and I was like,
what?
I was like, does she know Erica Jane? I don't know about this.
No, it was Netflix, I believe, and it came out of nowhere. Like Danielle Stubb pops up on to talk about Erica Jane, and I'm like, what is happening right now? I just cannot. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was very surprised. It's like, I don't understand what's going. Someone draw me a chart of how like she's related to this scenario.
Oh, that was probably one of the questions of the world at that night. Let's talk health for a minute, because there's nothing more important than taking care of yourself. If you're not feeling your best, you can't be your best. Sambucol helps you feel your best by supporting your immune system with premium black elderberry. Sambucol is the original black elderberry brand, so you know you're getting immune support you can trust. They have these gummies that you can take every morning to make sure you can keep doing what you need to do. These gummies taste so good, guys. They're so easy to incorporate into your daily wellness routine. And because they taste so good, a lot of people take them as a morning treat with their coffee so they can just get their day started off right. Sambucol has a ton of other formats to choose from, including syrups, drink powders, tablets, capsules, and more. They even have products for kids and babies too. You can help support your entire family's immune system with Sambucol. Use code Melissa and get 15% off your order of $9.99 or more at sambucolusa.com. That's SAMBUCOLUSA.com. Code Melissa to get 15% off your order of $9.99 or more. Have you ever wondered if you're on the right path in life? Will you be happy in love? Worried about your career or relationships? Psychic Source has been giving people just like you answers and guidance from authentic and trusted psychics for over 30 years. Connect with Psychic Source online at their website, psychicsource.com, by phone, or by the Psychic Source mobile app. Are you ready to get the answers you're wondering about right now with your relationships, with career, with finances, or just anything that's weighing on your mind? Visit psychicsource.com or call 1-800-736-4290. First-time customers get a special offer, $10 for 10 minutes. Mention promo code Melissa to redeem this offer. If you're not ready for a reading, download the Psychic Source app and get free insights from an online tarot reading, a love compatibility calculator, or just listen to their guided meditation podcasts. Okay, but before we get into a really fun little game I do, I have a couple more questions for you because we cannot forget that you are fashion, okay? You really are. You know fashion.
Well, thank you.
We can't let that go, even though you've become such a big TV personality and judge and do all of these things. I mean, your number one is fashion, right? Am I right on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
So talk to me a little bit about there's obviously a lot of throwback looks coming back, right? So we're getting a lot of the 80s back and the 90s jeans and are you liking all of this? Give me a little fashion sense from Carson.
Some of the retro things are great and they should come back. And then some things were meant to not be around because they were terrible the first time. Things that I'm seeing, I like to go out into the stores and see what's out there. I mean, I'm seeing tons of super saturated color, that petunia pink and rich saturated lime green.
Yes.
Bright yellow. Basically, if you want to know what's going on across all fashion brands and what the vibe is of the season, all you really have to do is go to a Zara. I don't work with Zara. I'm not sponsored by Zara, but they are so good at taking all of the trends from every runway and basically all of the European designer trends and sifting out all the bad stuff and bringing all the good stuff basically to their sales floor. So you could walk through a Zara and be like, oh, I understand. Giant oversized florals are big. Super saturated color is big. Chanel kind of textured jackets are big. They really do a great job on that.
I agree with you on that. I buy a lot of Joe's clothes from Zara. He loves it. He likes it. He likes those t-shirts, his everyday stuff. He likes those t-shirts. They fit him perfectly. And you're right. I feel like they take every runway look and kind of make it their own and do looks for less, right? I mean, even for me with my store, with Envy, all I see is the pinks and the lime greens. It's so funny that you say that, but that's definitely a trend right now. It's the floral dresses are back, the pinks, the lime greens. What are you thinking of the 90s jeans again, where we're doing the wide leg all over and they're kind of oversized?
I don't love those. I think for, some women, they can look really cute, into a wide leg, easy breezy kind of jean, but there are certain jean silhouettes. Jeans are also very, very personal. And basically anything goes in denim. If you've got a cute pair of jeans, it doesn't matter what it is, wide leg, skinny leg, boyfriend, acid washed, whatever. If it works for you and you love it, it's probably going to work because anything goes with denim. There's not one style that is the go-to anymore. I like a skinny-ish jean, but not a super skinny jean. And I'm always going to buy them. I get mine from Scotch and Soda.
Love Scotch and Soda.
One silhouette. And I just buy 5 pairs. And then that suits me for an entire year. And I just keep I have a uniform jean. And that's all I buy.
You have to give me that. You have to tell me which one that is from Scotch and Soda so that I have it. You'll have to shoot me a text on that because
I will.
I want to know. The only thing I hope that does not come back for men is because I saw some old clips of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I hated when Joe used to wear the boot cut jean. I don't want the men to ever get the wide boot cut jean. I'm not into it. It doesn't flatter my husband. I don't think it flatters any guy really.
It doesn't. They're so straight, so stovepipey.
Yes. Gives them nothing.
Guy jeans are really, really hard, and a lot of guys don't get it. And when I see a really hot guy and he's in a baggy dad jean, I just want to
help him.
I just want to go over and take him to Scotch and Soda and be I can change your life.
Yeah. Just let me give you 5 pairs of jeans and watch how much hotter you get right now.
Yeah, no, guys in jeans, they could use a lot of help in general.
I agree, because the girls get to do the high waist thing. We get to like flatter other parts of our body. They don't really get to do that. So we're just seeing like this big square jean. So anyway, can't stand that.
Totally agree.
So I'm glad you agree with me on that. All right, we're going to have a little fun right now. I do this with all of my guests, okay? So it's a little game that we play. It's called Grilled with Gorga, okay? We're going to have a little fun with it. It's some rapid fire questions. You're just going to give me your answers.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Your first celebrity crush.
Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Fair. What is your favorite 80s song?
Oh, anything by Wham. I loved Wham.
I love Wham too. I'm such an 80s junkie. Love the 80s.
Me too.
Okay. Sing something to me from Wham.
Oh, well, I mean, it's like, wake me up before you go, because I'm not planning on going solo.
Wake me up before you go.
It's a great album. And I also
love
have
it.
another song, which I can't sing because I don't remember, but called Club Paradise. And it's so fun. And I put it on like in the summer at the beach or at the pool. It's a great, like, download Wham right now, everybody.
Yes, we love Wham. Okay. What is your biggest regret?
Oh, gosh.
Something that you really just regret doing.
I don't have that many.
Oh, you're so perfect.
I think maybe my love life. And it's not that like I got rid of like somebody that I shouldn't have, but maybe I didn't give enough people enough of a chance because I'm very like, I want to like get things right away. So maybe like being impatient.
That's honest. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. What is the best decision you've ever made?
Oh, best decision. I just was talking about this yesterday. It was probably when Bravo actually asked me to do Queer Eye. And it was such a gamble. I had a great job at Ralph Lauren. I made a good living. I traveled the world. And like, when they ask you to do a show for the first time, I think it was like $2,500 an episode. I was like, wait, I'm quitting my like 6-figure a year job with dental insurance to like do 8 episodes at $2,500.
Yep. That's how it goes.
I said yes. And I had a great boss at Ralph Lauren who said, listen, if it doesn't work out, we'll hire you back. So I had that safety net, but that was probably the best risk and riskiest thing I've ever done, but it had the greatest reward.
Wow. That sounds like, that boss was pretty amazing. Do you still keep in touch with him? Do you know him now?
It's a lady. Yeah. Her name is Liz, and she's still not at Ralph Lauren, but still in the biz. And yeah. And basically like every time I ever see her, I'm like, thank you so much.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. What is your pet peeve?
Oh, my pet peeve. I think people, this is bad because I sometimes am, but I think being late all the time. Like I dated somebody who was always late, and it was so annoying because it would like ruin plans, like, and not like 5 minutes late, but like an hour late.
Okay. What's your worst date you've ever had?
Worst date. I once went on a date with someone. Okay, this is like a famous person, and I had a crush on them. And then somehow like we had worked together, and they said, oh, let's go to dinner. And I was like, absolutely. So I told all my friends, I was like, oh my God, I have a date with so-and-so. And they're like, what? And I was like, I know. And then the date happened, and we sat down, and 5 minutes into the date, he said, oh, my boyfriend's coming. We need an extra chair. And I was like, yes.
Of course.
Garcon. So I don't know if like, was it supposed to be like a 3-way date, or like, was it just like a friend thing that I misunderstood? I'm still very confused. God.
Were you let down a little bit?
Oh my God, majorly, because I thought, I just thought this person was very cute and like would be perfect. And then they introduced the boyfriend. I was just like, what?
Wait, did you say this was a famous person that people would know?
It is, and I can't tell you.
Carson.
I can't tell you. No.
I need to know. He wasn't
No,
doing anything wrong. He was bringing his boyfriend.
I know, but I can't say.
All right, fine. But I am dying to know who that was, by the way.
I know.
All right, fine. Your first concert.
My first concert. Oh, God, that was 100,000 years ago. Probably Pat Benatar.
Oh, I love it. We are young. Heartache to heartache. We stand. Another 80s queen. Another 80s queen. Tell me something about you that would surprise us, which I think you did before.
Oh, let's see. Oh, here's another surprising tid. I grew up in Pennsylvania outside of Allentown, which people are like, oh, that's like a steel town, whatever. But I grew up in the country and like was practically Amish. So like, I always say I'm Amish adjacent, but I know how to like bake pies and bread, and had like grandmas that were like literally like their last name was Yoder. So very like Amish. And that's where I get all of my like farmer, gardening, livestock sensibilities is from my Pennsylvania Dutch peeps.
I love it. That's why you have that like little homey aspect to you that you really do. All right. Exactly. What is your favorite late night snack? Like if Carson is sitting on the couch and watching a show, what are you eating?
Oh, these are so dangerous, but I love those pretzels that have the peanut butter inside of them.
Oh, yes.
It's probably like the most fattening thing you could eat. Like if you were like starved and needed to gain weight like rapidly, they would give you, and they come in like a bucket. Like it's a square jar with the screw lid, and it's just like, they're so delicious.
They are. Joe, that's Joe's go-to, by the way, as well. You two would be so happy together.
Joe and I are going to have so much fun when he comes to stay with me while you do Big Brother.
No, Dancing with the Stars. I'll be doing
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, you're going to have to keep him calm for me doing that. Okay. What was your first job?
My first job was mucking out stalls at a horse farm in my neighborhood. And I made $50 a week. It was in the 80s, which I thought was pretty good. And then another first job I had like during high school and college that was terrible was taking inventory at stores. And it was this company called RGIS. And they gave you like a calculator. It was like even before computers. It's like a giant calculator, like adding machine that clipped onto your belt. And then you would go through stores, like you would go to Dress Barn and be like, oh, there's like 8 orange dresses. And you put in 8 and then a little tag. It was fine. But until the day they said, and I would do it at night. So I could like go to the pool and ride horses and do summer vacation in high school things during the day. And then at night I would take inventory. But then one day they said, oh, we're going to Giant tonight. And I was like, that's a grocery store. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, they take inventory at grocery stores? And like, uh-huh. And they put me, because I was the new person, in the frozen food aisle. And I had to count all the frozen food and my fingers were numb.
Wow.
And then after a while, I just stopped opening the door and I would just look at the items. And I'm like, oh, there's like 8 bird's eye peas down and 3 bird's eye peas across. That's like 28. And then I would put my tag on. And then they would come and check my work and they were all terribly wrong. And they're like, I think you're fired. And I was like, okay. And I was totally fine with it.
Unbelievable. That's actually hysterical. I love that. I see. I'm learning so much about you right now.
It was a hard job. It was very hard.
It sounds very difficult. What is your favorite TV show to binge watch right now? Like, what are you watching?
Oh, it's not on right now, but the thing that I always get most excited about is I love The Crown. That is so good. I love everything to do with oh my gosh, The Crown. You would love it.
Is it so good, The Crown? I know. Everyone talks about it. I haven't watched it yet.
So well done, and the acting is really good.
It's about the royal family, right? I mean, that's, yes. Okay.
Like Queen Elizabeth through all the different ages. And now they've just started like the Princess Diana years. Like the last iteration is really good. Inventing Anna, I love.
I like Inventing Anna.
If I'm just like binging stuff that's on TV, I'll like watch House Hunters because I'm always, international house hunters especially, are like, Bob and Diane live in La Jolla, California, but they're looking for a second home in Berlin, Germany. And then they go and they show them like, terrible apartments with like graffiti and like, you could smell the urine through the TV. I'm like, why are they leaving La Jolla? It's beautiful there. Don't move to Berlin. So I like watching those because I always feel like people are making the wrong decision. And I like to yell at the TV to stop them.
I love it. Okay, well, listen, I always end with this. If the day was all about you, how does Carson treat himself? If it's just your day, like what is your day? How do you treat yourself?
Oh, like if I have a day off and I want to do like fun things for me.
Yes. What would you do to treat yourself if it's all about you and you're treating yourself today?
Oh, I would go get a mani-pedi, a massage. There's a really cute lunch spot at Bergdorf Goodman in the men's store, and they have cute waiters and like it's very cozy. I would do that. And then I would like go shopping. And then if I were in the country, I would just, ride horses all day.
I love it. I want to come with you to one of these days, though.
Come sometime.
I need to do this with you. Honestly, Carson, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you for being so much fun and so real. I knew I loved you as much as I did. And I need for real. And I need all of my listeners to check him out on RuPaul's Drag Race and the next season of the Food Network's Barbecue Brawl. Carson, I love you.
Love you too. Give my love to the fam.
I will.
And I'll see you soon.
Okay, you were so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will babysit Joe anytime you need.
I'm going to send him on over very soon. Maybe to the horse farm. That would be better.
Yeah, and you can come along and just a family day. Okay. Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
It's Perez Hilton, celebrity gossip guru and host of the PHP podcast. Don't miss this week's episode when I talk to best-selling author, producer, and mother, and we're talking all things parenthood, Melissa Rivers.
My mom used to do a ton of Britney Spears jokes. And then when she shaved her head and all that went down, we talked in a meeting, and my mother's like, you know what? This has crossed the line. It's not funny. This girl really needs help. And that was the end of the Britney Spears jokes. She knew even then when it was time to stop.
I've been canceled numerous times.
Oh, you were canceled before it was cool to be canceled.
Are you looking for the latest Hollywood headlines and juicy news? Listen and subscribe to the PHP with me, Perez Hilton, and Chris Booker with new episodes every Wednesday. Give us a rating and a review, and also listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.